display.
Hello everyone, I'm John Davidson. Welcome to NHL Ice Hot, the best of the 1995-96 season from the coolest game on earth. I've been around hockey for, well, let's just say my entire life. First as a player and now as a television analyst. And I can honestly say that the 1995-96 season had it all. I'm talking about great saves, bone-jarring hits, unbelievable goals, and dramatic comebacks. So if you're a hockey fan, sit down, buckle up, and get ready. Because for the next hour, you're going to see the absolute best NHL action from last season. And we're going to start with the goal scorers. You know, when you break it all down, hockey is really a simple game. Put the puck in the net. Well, it sounds simple enough anyway, but when you put a great goalie in the net and a couple of dedicated defensemen in the way, it becomes more difficult. What we did was pick the top 20 goals scored last season, and we begin with numbers 20 through 11. You'll have to wait for the top 10 until later in the show. So from the home office in Tappan, New York, here now are 10 of the best goals scored in the NHL last season. Starting it off at number 20, Tampa Bay's John Cullen bolts past the Canadiens' defense.
Look at this! What a move! Cullen's right up there, let's score! Cullen just dipsy-doodled his way in around, got in a perfect position, and put that puck right upstairs on Jablonski. Cullen's prettiest in the year.
At 19, Colorado's Joe Sakic one-times the Avalanche into the finals.
Still Marshall. Dropped it. Sakic shot. No. Yes, he scored! Joe Sakic!
How about that shot by Joe Sakic? What a laser. An absolute laser.
At 18, teammate Peter Forsberg plays the carom to complete a finals hat trick.
Sakic the shot. Deflected wide by Forsberg. He scores! A German trick! A German trick for Peter Forsberg! Forget the rats! Throw the hats!
At number 17, Jeff Courtnall has the Avalanche singing the blues.
The fence, he's in alone. Can he shoot? He scores!
Well, he puts a tremendous move on Sandis Ozolinsh. He puts the puck way out to the right, then slips it through him. Ozolinsh was going the other way. Now he just gets a piece of this puck, and it goes through the legs of Patrick Waugh.
Montreal's Saku Koivu turns Sergei Zubov inside out at number 16.
Koivu walking to the net, in on goal, a shot. He scores! What a play by Koivu.
Sees the ice well, he looks for his holes, and he's got some great talent.
Florida's Martin Straka and Bill Lindsay work the give and go to upset the Pens in the playoffs.
Bill Lindsay, good Straka, scores! Move by Straka, and then the give and go. Bill Lindsay puts it right back on the tape, and Straka makes no mistake.
At number 14, the Canucks' Alexander Mogilny burns the Habs.
Mogilny, 1-on-2, makes a great move, and on goal, scores! Great goal! Now there's a goal scorer, Alex Mogilny.
Keith Tkachuk dives into our countdown at number 13.
Here's another chance. Tkachuk ball, Solani scores.
Look at this good play by Tkachuk, diving, getting the puck to Solani. Solani makes no mistake on that one.
At 12, Jaromir Jagr proves you don't need to be on your skates to score.
Jagr backhand shot, save, Albright. Rebound, score! And it was tapped in on his knees.
Oh, the fans are dancing exactly the way Jagr just danced. And I'll tell you what, this baby's going to make a highlight reel.
And at number 11, Clayton Beddoes makes his first NHL goal, a memorable one.
Nice job by Beddoes to keep it in. Beddoes from the ice.
But not all NHL plays work out as planned. Take this rush by Claude Lemieux, for example.
He fell down!
Hockey is a finely choreographed sport. Well, most of the time.
Watch out for that stick.
No wonder they call it a heads-up game. Unlike other athletes, hockey players use sticks, and the great ones use theirs like magic wands.
He gets his stick caught in the boards.
Boy, they don't make sticks the way they used to.
That's unbelievable. Let's just watch this.
Watch out for that stick.
I tell you, even when the Penguins' Mario Lemieux is down, he's not out. Not many guys can make this pass while on the seat of their pants. Here's the final word on hockey sticks. If you want them to take care of you, you've got to take care of them. Although this is a bit extreme. Everyone knows goaltenders are different. That's why they make great highlights.
Whoa, sorry, pal.
Go long. I'll give it to you.
How about that? That's old-time hockey right there. That's what they used to play without a goaltender's mask.
In Hollywood, there's a lot more to playing goal than just stopping pucks.
It's a weird night. It's not Halloween tonight, but it sure seems like it.
Looks like he thinks he has it in his glove. Whoops.
Oh, my goodness.
My advice to young goalies is stay in the crease. You can't make a save while you're wandering.
An empty net, they won't come, as you said, Paul, any easier than that.
This is a weird one. The shot misses the net wide, but look how it bounces up.
But then again, staying close to home doesn't guarantee that you'll make the save either.
And comes directly back, hits Rhodes on the foot. You want to talk about a team getting a bad break. Well, that's a way to get your first NHL goal.
Remember, guys, try and be useful because you can all be replaced. Now, just so that I don't get any mail from goaltenders around the league, I want to say that the producers forced me to say that last line. Being a former goalie myself, I would never compare you guys to a dog. It's too insulting. To you, of course. Insulting to you, not the dog. I've also heard all the comments about goalies being a little off the wall or walking to a different beat, whatever. But you have to respect and admire the talent and determination of NHL goalies to do what they do, night in and night out, with all that equipment on, and never get themselves a break. Remember, they don't have line changes. I can tell you from experience, it's exhausting both physically and emotionally. How about that? Still got it a little bit anyway. With that said, let's take a look back at the best saves of the year from the coolest goaltenders on earth.
Control, fires across, saved by Richter! Wow. Unbelievable save! What a save!
Schneider up for the one-timer.
On the low line, save by McCaskill! And Radford stopped it! What a save! Oh, baby, what a save!
It doesn't get any better. And now for some playoff heroics.
Brown trying, a save by Richter. He robbed Brian Savage with a brilliant save. Open net. Now goes in front, save, another save. Richter is unbelievable. Another save off the post. He's a magician out there.
Oh, it's the best he's been since '94 in the Stanley Cup Finals. It is showtime, baby. And now for the best of the best.
Unbelievable save on Sackett by Hobby Bowen. Forsberg comes to the middle. Forsberg sent it over. Oh, what a save! John Van Beesbrook. Down, he leads Adam Creighton to the net. Creighton is stopped. What a save! What a save by Osgood!
This wouldn't be complete without the Hasek flop. And finally, the save of the season provided by Detroit's Chris Osgood.
Was that the catch of the year? Wow, what a man, he's taking a ceiling. Man, oh man, what a save!
He may have once been able to hide, but not anymore. Devils goaltender Martin Brodeur was named Rookie of the Year in 1994, led the Devils to the Stanley Cup in 1995, and was voted to his first All-Star game this past season. Right now, we've got a special treat. We're going to take you inside the 1996 NHL All-Star Weekend from the perspective of Martin Brodeur.
Can you hear me? All right. The way they do it, it's a little scary, eh? The breakaways. All 6 guys gonna look at us and just, okay, it's my turn to go.
Here's Owen Nolan from San Jose. Brodeur stacking him that time.
Peter Forsberg, and he scores.
Joe Sakic out of Colorado will be the next shooter. Brodeur in for the Devils. Beat him on the glove side.
It's not bad breakaways for either. Sakic. He roofed it on me.
Boy, the goaltender does have to move. You got to go back and forth just like this. They're picking the corners on him on the whistle. Brodeur had gone 6 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what? We were losing. We were losing by 2.
And Roman Hammerlick beats him with a nice move.
Matthew Schneider from the Islanders. They've tied.
Mario, you better score. You better score.
Lemieux could win it. Mario Lemieux can win it if he scores. Fans are up. Denied. Sudden death.
You're the man, Dominic. Come on, Dominic.
They're still tied and a go-ahead goal.
I would have a glove on that. You gotta pick me.
York's got the score to keep him alive. Eddie Belfour makes the save in the West. It's won. What a great finish to the skills competition, with the West winning it overall 13-12.
With the Super Skills event completed, it was time for the main event, the 46th Annual All-Star Classic.
From the Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils, number 30, Martin Brodeur.
You guys don't look at me like that when I'm talking, okay? I don't like it.
Salami, back to Gretzky, backhander, save, rebound, knocked down in front, got his shot away, but it is held by Brodeur. Sandin is in, Sandin with a backhander, but it is brought back.
We have too many men on the ice for the Western side.
Not too many men. Wow. Wow. All those All-Stars? Can't happen.
Brett Hall's shot denied by Brodeur.
Brodeur's playing time was over, but alongside Panther goaltender John Van Beesbrook, he managed to even enjoy his first All-Star game from the bench.
What's going on with the Panthers right now? They're doing so well. Dalton, you're the key man, that's why, eh?
Yeah, I'm the key. What? I was looking at Dominic before. He kind of looks like olive oil from Popeye.
Sacking ahead, Sandin is in, Sandin, save!
There's the Dominator.
Dominator!
The Dominator is on our side. Get down tonight. Let's get a big goal. Maybe that's going to be a car for someone.
A shot went off the lane, rebound, score! Guy so devoted to Boston. Here's some of the devotion sent right back to him.
That was the first one. That was great. Something special I'll remember all the time. We won 2, so that's even great.
What a fitting end to a great All-Star game, with hometown hero Ray Bourque winning the Bud Ice Most Valuable Player Award. For Ray, it was his 14th All-Star game. Only 3 people have played more. Meanwhile, Brodeur delivered 20 minutes of shutout hockey in his All-Star debut. The 95-96 season saw more than just a few milestones accomplished. More fans attended NHL games than any other year in history. Television ratings were at an all-time high as well. But whether you went to the arena or watched on television, you were treated to some memorable moments. Here's a few.
Coffey crisscrossing with Fedorov. The second late man coming, Larry on with a shot.
1,000 assists for Paul Coffey.
The first defenseman in the history of the National Hockey League. And 19,000 plus come to their feet. Sundin outside. Sundin scores, and now Gilmore has the 1,000th point. Here's the pass to Sundin, who walks in all alone on Billy Ranford, fakes to his right, back to his left, and with that lovely touch, backhands it up over Ranford. And Gilmore, the 45th player in the history of the league to get 1,000 points.
They do get it to center. Here's an open net for Draper. Detroit will set a league record with their 61st victory of the season.
Big goal for the Blues. He's played them all. He'll be in there again tonight. Grant Fuhr, in fact, Grant Fuhr tonight looking for his 300th NHL victory.
Out to the right point, Quinn, a shot, deflects to Solani, oh baby, what a save by Fuhr! And time runs out, and the Blues win it. The Blues will congratulate Grant Fuhr, his 300th career victory.
Patrick Waugh's had a couple of cracks at 300. We'll see if he gets it tonight.
Great save. And Waugh save. Here the Oilers cutting right in. Big save by Waugh. The fans on their feet. Chanting Waugh, Waugh. And Patrick Waugh has become the 12th goalie in NHL history to register 300 victories.
There are some special moments for individual players that aren't just milestones, but they're the kind of numbers that separate you and put you in a class all by yourself. That's the class that Patrick Waugh joined tonight.
It back to Breckenridge. Here's Stevens with a drive, deflected, score! Edward Jupp. Career point number 1,000 for Dave Edwards-Jupp in his 998th game.
Gilmore driving in, then pulled up on Brett Hennigan. It's centered out in front. Murphy to the backhand. He scores! Point number 1,000. A goal for Larry Murphy, and the Leaf bench is empty.
On the line to Pearson. Now to Howard Chuck shooting. He scores! Howard Chuck number 500. Oh, baby, a huge one for Dale Howard Chuck. He will get a big ovation from the appreciative fans here in Toronto.
So now Mario Lemieux is out to make a little bit of history. We may be in for some of it tonight. His next goal will be his 500th. And here's Sandstrom, number 17. Now Lemieux, and there's number 500. Mario Lemieux has become the second fastest 500 goal scorer in National Hockey League history.
Brent Johnson in the corner. Eiserman has to do a step on the backhand. He's one of the most beloved athletes ever in the city of Detroit. And congratulations to Steve Eiserman, goal number 500. Now, every time Mark Messier steps out on the ice could be an historic moment. Much pass Brains to Messier. He shoots. He scores! Mark Messier, number 500! And it's a hat trick! What a night for Mark Messier! Oh, do they love their captain, and he's leading them tonight. 500 NHL goals for the great Mark Messier. What a performance!
Those moments were very special. It always is in sports when records are set and milestones achieved. But no records are kept at all for perhaps the most exciting aspect of hockey, the physical side. A great check can intimidate an opponent and change the momentum of a game. It also appeals to our aggressive nature as fans. It pumps up the crowd and can be as exciting as a great goal or save. So buckle up your seatbelts, because here are some of the greatest checks from the toughest guys on earth.
Let's do it. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. A patented hit by Joe Volcom. Look out!
Oh, man, defensemen dream of that hit. See why it takes courage to play this game of hockey. Contact sport with no out of bounds. Here's the freight train, number 88, Eric Lindros.
Heavy metal is in the National Hockey League.
But dang, that's a major league body check, and a good clean one.
Get ready for incoming missiles.
JR is definitely back.
Where did that train come
Look at this baby. I love it.
The crowd is standing. Isn't it great?
Either hit somebody or be hit. It just gets your juices going.
Martinal is across the... Oh, what a hit by Domi. Boards, he gets it in that line. Oh, Kravchuk is playing well.
You only get a guy lined up like that about twice in your career.
Now a big collision, Carson.
After a bone-jarring hit, you better make sure you don't have any screws loose. At the rink, you expect the coach to get on your case. But your wife? All right, dear, all right. If you insist, we'll put fish on the menu.
Holy mackerel.
Seafood? Not for these whalers. Here's Sergey doing his dolphin stuck in the net routine. Hey, Detroit fans, could you find a mascot that stinks a little less?
Smells awful.
That's cold. Here's Boston's anthem singer, Rene Rancourt, being forced to fish for a new microphone.
Oh, say, can you see?
Talk about thinking on your feet. Some of our officiating friends could use some help staying on their feet.
Colorado, this is called sumo wrestling, but to me, it's the aggressiveness in front of the net. That's exactly what Mark Crawford's looking for. That, folks, is aggressive hockey. Oh, big hit. My, oh, my.
You better be alert playing in the NHL. Otherwise, you can get a real headache out there.
Oh, look at this. Hasek is out. Oh, my.
You you can lose your head if you're not careful, which might not be a bad idea for some of us.
I think we've taken too many high sticks, Sam.
Uh-oh. A guy can lose face in a rink, especially when he loses a puck in his own net.
Coffee knocked it in his own net.
I guess a goalie can't trust anyone these days.
I think Jeff Brown shot it in his own net. He did.
Fans love hockey for its high-speed collisions, no matter who gets hit.
Just make a change. Get over.
It always amazes me that teams who have battled through 7 physical games immediately become best friends once their series ends.
Hey, great series, man. You were outstanding. You played great.
No. You were great.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you guys playing any golf?
I guess we are. And now we are, thanks to you guys. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, how's the family?
Oh, those kids are growing like weeds. Let's get together real soon.
Well, that's not really what's said during post-game handshakes. But it is a ritual that is unique to this game, and I, for one, think it speaks volumes as to the class and sportsmanship of NHL players. Of course, it doesn't happen after each game, just during the NHL playoffs, which are unique themselves because of one extraordinary aspect: sudden death overtime. One shot, one goal. One team goes home for the summer, the other advances towards Lord Stanley's Cup. This past spring, there were 19 overtime encounters. Let's take a look and listen at the intensity and emotion of sudden death overtime in the NHL playoffs.
Ahead, Pratt, off his stick. Played ahead, blocked by Pratt, cuts it into the flyer zone, drops in the slot, Bellows, a shot, yes! He scored! He scored! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Boy, Holder holding to the right circle, shot, knocked down, he scored! What a ball! The winner! The winner! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Here's Nedved. Sonoy went down again. It's over! Peter Nedved! And the Penguins win in the 4th overtime. Play against Lee. Front pass to Dumfus. Dumfus shoots, he scores! Oh, baby, what a Montreal wins game 1 as Vincent Dumfus scores the game-winning goal.
It's up front as they crash it behind the net. Feed the point. Jovanovski shot, score! Dave Lowry, and the Panthers have tied the series. Paul has it. Flip right in front, controlling his own until he scores! In the second overtime, and the Panthers have won the game.
Doug McLean, his coaching staff, they go home with a 3-2 lead.
Ozelich drops it back, not able to score! Joey Sakic's done it again!
Johnny, their 8th NHL season, gave it up in front of the net, scores! Joe Murphy! The Hawks complete the sweep! The net. Gilmore was sunning out front. Here's a shot.
the top 10 goals of the year, starting with Kelly Miller's sweet setup of Steve Konowalchuk.
Kelly Miller, spinorama. Miller, that is
At 9, Darren Turcotte turns on the Jets in Detroit. In Buffalo, Brad May sets up Pat LaFontaine single-handedly.
May hustling in there with that pass.
The Canadiens' Benoit Brunet leaves the Kings in the dust at number 7.
This is Brunet coming back the other way. Koivu up to join him. Look at Brunet. Look at that. I don't believe it. What a move. Benoit Brunet making like Wayne Gretzky on that play.
At number 6, Tony Amonte dazzles Detroit with this burst of speed.
He moves up the left side, steams in on Bergevin, cuts him out. He's in, he shoots the score! Tony Amonte, a highlight film goal!
Good speed by Tony. He knew he had the angle, and he went for it.
Jaromir Jagr starts off our final 5 with a spectacular move against Boston.
Back on their heels a bit. Here comes Jagr, powering home. Look at Jagr shooting!
Is this kid good or what? The 100th point of the season for Jaromir Jagr.
At number 4, Bill Lindsay's solo effort helped Florida upend the Bruins in the playoffs.
Lindsay working on board. From Lindsay scores!
Here, the biggest goal in franchise history so far. Bill Lindsay just slides the puck in under Bill Ranford.
Former Penguin Marcus Naslund dives into our countdown at number 3.
Marcus Naslund goes through 2 men, now third, backhander, score! What a play by Marcus Naslund. He went through 3 men and scores on a backhander on his stomach. Now getting the pass lane, Grandma. The bingo game is ready to roll. What a goal by Marcus Naslund.
At number 2, Red Wings goalie Chris Osgood shows us his offensive skills.
Wesley out to center, dumps it in. Osgood handles, looks to clear it himself. He does. Going for the empty goal. It's Chris Osgood scores! Chris Osgood does the unthinkable. You don't see that too often.
To say the least, this is a goaltender's dream.
And at number 1, hey, they don't call him Super Mario for nothing.
Berkey back into the Canucks end, trying to tee it up. Puck goes in, the Penguins have scored. Somehow Lemieux put that puck in.
Let's see what he does here. Oh, my goodness.
Well, there's not another guy on earth that can do that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he had done it.
Well, I had no idea. Watch this play by Lemieux.
That's one for the highlight reel of all time.
Wow, what a goal by the great Mario Lemieux. Why don't we for a second just get into the head of the goaltender? You become the goaltender. Just think about Mario moving down on a breakaway. Now, the idea is to anticipate, to cheat a little bit, as we say. What is he going to do? Well, he can beat you with speed. He can beat you with a great shot. He's very accurate with it. And that long reach with that graceful stride, he can go around you at any time. It's kind of nice to be retired and just watch Mario these days. And, of course, with Chris Osgood scoring the goal, you get this feeling. If his coach, Scotty Bowman, allows him, he may get a couple more next year. We've kept our promise we made at the top of the show. We've shown the great goals, unbelievable saves, tremendous checks, and the great playoff finishes. So it's appropriate we end the show with the one topic we haven't covered, the 1996 Stanley Cup Finals between the powerhouse Colorado Avalanche and the Cinderella Florida Panthers. I'm John Davidson. We hope you enjoyed our look back, and we'll see you next year with another edition of NHL Ice Hot, the best of the NHL. The Sun Belt embraced the Stanley Cup in '96, and although the teams were new to the finals, both Florida and Colorado had veteran stars in goal. John Van Beesbroek and Patrick Waugh put on a tremendous show. As advertised, Waugh shined throughout the playoffs.
Oh, what a save there!
Offensively, Joe Sakic emerged as the hero for the Avalanche.
Now Olszewicz with it. Sakic.
But Waugh's feud with Chicago's Jeremy Roenick triggered the best shot of the postseason.
I can't really hear what Jeremy says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings plug in my ear.
In the finals, Waugh would face the giant killers of the '96 playoffs, the red-hot Florida Panthers. A classic Stanley Cup matchup, Van Beesbrook versus Waugh, Colorado versus Florida, with both clubs trying to win the game within the game.
That's what we want. We want aggression. Aggression in that circle, boys. We go after him.
Back down comes Forsberg. Oh, and a hit by Fitzgerald on Forsberg. Fitzgerald turning, looking for help, and the pass is controlled by Lindsay to Fitzgerald. He scores!
These Florida Panthers have struck again.
Way to go, Fitz. Big goal. I'll go ahead and skate, Billy.
Out of Forsberg. Finesse by save, and he broke rebound.
Come on, man. Let's go. All we need is one to get us going here, eh? Set it up. Set it up.
Hooked off and up by Barnes, then it slowed it down, but now it's got Young with a shot. Young, and it's tied.
These are the shifts that are real important right after.
Ozolinsh bed to Keane, and the shot floated left.
Back-to-back goals in less than 2 minutes had Florida reeling.
What are we about, guys? What are we about? We're about work.
But the blue-collar Panthers simply couldn't contain the talents of Colorado.
Again in front. Krupp.
Score! Holy Krupp! Oh, what a pass from Fowler and Kamensky! And what a finish!
Deflated by the Game 1 loss, breathing had become a chore for the Panthers.
Lungs open up a little bit. We just can't breathe. Can you breathe? Holy cow.
Peter Forsberg didn't mind being a mile high for Game 2.
Near side, Forsberg shot, score! Oh, it's hit red hot. Deflected wide by Forsberg. He scores! A pure hat trick for Peter Forsberg.
The news for Florida only got worse in Game 3. Claude Lemieux was back for Colorado.
Now, Peter, come up together. We're going to burn him.
Ozolinsh connects with Lemieux and back onto Forsberg. Triples one across to Kamensky. Kamensky turning behind, wrapped up nice Bailey and escape. Pass in front, score! Claude Lemieux! And it's 1-0 in favor of Colorado.
Panther fans did not let Waugh dodge their patented rat attack. The speed has picked up for the rat trap. Florida had the lead, but Colorado had the answer.
Focus on your next shift. Use our brain. You cannot skate with us.
Nearly 3 minutes played in the second period. Colorado has started to take over and moving in. It's Sakic on the breakaway. Score! Joe Sakic! And it's 3-2 in favor of the Avalanche.
Sakic's 18th was all Waugh needed. Both goaltenders dominated Game 4.
Gordon Murphy, forehand wrister, saved by Waugh. Rebound, side of the net to Morak. Jamming. Patrick Waugh's got it.
Here we go, Red. Here we go, Red. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Sakic coming, 2-on-2. Sakic, Reichel cutting ahead of him. Sakic save, Reichel into the net, but the puck didn't go with him.
Big stop, big stop.
And we are going to overtime in Game 4.
Great ones thrive under stress. John Van Beesbrook's game reached new heights as Florida faced elimination.
Centered again, in, foot, dropped it, shot, deflected off the crossbar, Young shot, how did that not go in the net?
Forsberg moving it in. Forsberg comes from the middle. Forsberg sending it over the left.
Oh, what a save! John Van Beesbrook!
Could Colorado's amazing offensive talent be shut down for 6 straight periods?
All right, just persevere, boys.
Bellamy trying to clear. Didn't get it up. Sakic held it in. Still held in. Yui Krupp shot. Score!
What unforgettable goaltending. Joe Sakic became the playoff MVP, and along with his teammates, cherished their moment in the sun. Whoa, got it. Well, let's take a look back at some of the best saves of the year from the coolest goaltenders on earth, and that was absolutely awesome. Let's say,
It's 2-on-1. Nedved in front. Score.
This team cannot buy a break.
Better off. Oh, my, look at this. It's in the net. Oh, my
Smith's stick, watch the blade fly up high as a boomerang.
Hello, Chief. This is 86.
Here's Dvorak. Getting one in wide of Osgood, scores! How about that?
A great check and intimidate an opponent. Well, that's what... yeah.